Can you remember where you were when you first heard that song?
Yeah. I was at school, and it was shortly before I was expelled. I didn't tell you that either. Oh my God, all these skeletons are coming out of the closet. I was at school, and I think I was in one of my mates' rooms, and I was at a boarding school. I was shuffled off to a boarding school at a very young age. And I was in his room, and he said, "Oh, have a listen to this." And I was like, "What's this? Who's this?" And the first thing that struck me was the keyboards. And the keyboards, Deep Purple's keyboards has stayed with me. I mean, John Lord was the keyboardist of Deep Purple. And for me, when I hear Deep Purple, I listen for the keyboard. But of course, the drummer, Ian Pace, I'm quite into drumming. And for me, Ian Pace was one of the best rock drummers I think I'd ever come across. I didn't get kicked out for listening to Deep Purple's My Woman from Tokyo. That would be an interesting reason to be kicked out of school.
Tell us about how that Deep Purple track moves into this next song.
I've kind of gone half with it already. It's the keyboard. John Lord, as we said, was the iconic keyboardist. Is he's still with us? But sadly, the next keyboard player I'm going to talk about isn't. But yeah, he was the iconic Hammond organ keyboard player of Deep Purple. And the connection is the Hammond organ. The next song is Walk On By the Stranglers. Dave Grinfield was the amazing Hammond organ player in the Stranglers, and we lost him this year, I think, to COVID, earlier on this year. But he always preferred and always used the Hammond organ, and I think you're just about to hear Walk On By, where he majestically uses the Hammond organ as a wand. I've always loved the Hammond organ. I've always loved the sound. When they wrote this, obviously it's a Dionne Warwick song, or Dionne Warwick, sorry, and it's covered by loads of people. And the Stranglers were really, really influenced by the Doors. And what they wanted to do was just basically structure this song so it was a little bit like the Doors' Light My Fire. Love it, absolutely love it. But listen to the keyboard.